Hi there, Merrick Moore students. This is Steckroth here. Today, I want to share with you a couple of new postings on the library page on the Merrick Moore website. So if you need a break from what you're doing, there's a book that you can listen to. There's also a new game that you can play. So let me show you where those things are. Let me get rid of my picture here and get rid of this, and we'll get started. So we were at the Merrick Moore homepage. We went to About Us. We scrolled down. You clicked on Specialist Update. Now, if some of you get to the YouTube, you're listening to this because you got to this page by clicking on this channel, but sometimes you don't. Your teachers have been posting the link in other places, so that's why I show you this all the time. You click on Mrs. Steckroth down here, and up comes the page with the links on it. And there are two new postings. One says Star Wars Escape Room Challenge, and the other one says Ivan the Gorilla, Bob, and Catherine Applegate. So let's start with that one. You might recognize the cover of this book, especially my young friends, because we read this book during one of your specials in the library. And this book is Ivan, the Remarkable True Story of the Shopping Mall Gorilla. It's by an author named Catherine Applegate. She first wrote a story called The One and Only Ivan, and that was a fictional story that was based on the true story of a real gorilla named Ivan. And so after she wrote that story, then she decided to create a picture book to give you some of the factual details about how Ivan was taken from the wilds in another country and brought to the United States. He was purchased by a man who wanted a pet. And so Ivan lived in the man's home for a while until he got too big and too strong, because that's what happens to gorillas. And so the man moved him to a shopping mall that he owned. And so this is the story about how Ivan was in captivity, or how he came to be in captivity and how he came to live and be at the shopping mall. So if you would like to listen to that book again, there's a wonderful link right here. All you have to do is click on it, and it will take you to the YouTube where you can listen to that great story again and be reminded of who Ivan was. I don't know if you've heard, but The One and Only Ivan, the first book that Miss Applegate wrote, is being made into a movie, and it will be at the movie theater in August of this year. So hopefully, our life will get back to some degree of normal, and if the movie theaters are open, maybe you'll be able to see The One and Only Ivan in August. But here's something else I want to show you. Everybody enjoyed The One and Only Ivan so much, and there were different characters in that book that people asked Catherine Applegate, well, why don't you write more? And that's what she says right here. I've had so many readers ask me to write a novel about Bob. He's a great character, funny and loyal. And you can see that that's a quote from her. Here are the quotation marks right here. So that means these are her exact words. And so The One and Only Bob is a story about a dog that was Ivan's best friend when he was in the shopping mall. And so you can scroll down a little bit. You can click right here and you can watch a trailer about this book. This book was just went on sale May 5th. That means this week. And so unfortunately, we can't go out and buy the book since we're not allowed out of the house. But as soon as I'm able to order new things for the library, I will be ordering copies of this book, The One and Only Bob. But you can click on this link and go to the book trailer. Now, you might remember that a book trailer is a short video that tells just a little bit about the story. And the purpose of a book trailer is to interest you. So if you say, wow, that sounds like a really good story, then you might be interested in going out and reading the book. If it was a book trailer about a movie, it's the same thing. It's a short video about a movie, tells you just a little bit, just enough to get you interested so that maybe you'll want to go out and watch the movie. So, Catherine Applegate, and she's written other things as well, but one of her most famous books is The One and Only Ivan, and then Ivan, the remarkable true story of the shopping mall gorilla, and now her newest book, The One and Only Bob. All right, let's go back. The next thing I want to show you is the Star Wars Escape Room Challenge. Now, down here, Escape the Mummy's Curse was an escape room challenge that was posted on April 16th. So if you don't quite remember what an escape room challenge is, you might first want to start with Escape the Mummy's Curse and scroll down. And this tells you what an escape room is and what an escape room game is and what a virtual escape room game is and what you do. Now, if this is a little too difficult for you to read, a little too hard for you to read, then go ahead and ask somebody at home, ask an adult, big brother or sister, to help you with this. But if you click on the Star Wars, this is brought to us by the same people who gave us the other one, and that is the Salmon Library Services. It's a book distribution company. And since May 4th was Star Wars Day, they wanted to create another room challenge, and this one with a Star Wars theme. So may the force be with you. You click on this link, and it takes you to this page. And this looks very much like the other escape room challenge. It starts out and it tells you a little bit about it. It tells you a little bit about what an escape room is. And then here's what you got to do. So let's make that a little bigger here. Luke Skywalker's lightsaber is in Imperial hands. The young Skywalker dropped his lightsaber on his last mission. Not a good thing to do, where it was picked up by stormtroopers who brought it back to the Death Star. The good news is that Admiral Akbar has designed a trap to distract Darth Vader with, while the rebels get back the lightsaber. The bad news is that you, not the clumsy Jedi who lost the lightsaber in the first place, Luke Skywalker, are the rebel they assigned to do it. Good luck. May the Force be with you. And don't forget, the future of the galaxy is in your hands. So, clumsy Luke dropped his lightsaber. Not a good thing. And it ended up in the hands of Darth Vader. So you have to get it back. So, you click on Next, and it takes you to this page. So, again, you start reading. If this is a little too difficult, get somebody to help you. You scroll down, and you hit Next, and it takes you to the first thing that you got to figure out. Okay? Now remember that if it says required, that means you have to do it. In other words, if you say, Ms. Steckeroff, this one's a little hard, I'm going to go to the next slide, you can't. But remember, if you choose the wrong one, if you get it wrong, you select one and you click Next and it's the wrong answer, the game is not over. All you need to do is click on Back, and it takes you back to the previous screen, the screen that came before, and you can try again. So this is a mini escape room because it isn't that long. It's just about 15 or 20 minutes. So this escape room challenge is even is easier than Escape the Mummy's Curse. So there you have it for today. Just a couple of new postings. You can always go back and take a look at some of these other things. Both of these postings today are good for literacy, or good for your reading practice, because even though you might be listening to Ivan the gorilla, you can follow along as the person is reading, but also listening. You're learning to comprehend and figure things out, and you're practicing your skills for reading. And then, of course, with the escape room challenge, you are reading, or again, following along as somebody else is reading. So those are good things to keep those literacy skills, keep those reading skills fresh. So until next time, you stay safe and you have a good time. And I hope that you're reading something every day. Bye-bye.